Hey, what's going on, guys? So, it's been a while since I posted something, not gonna lie. But today's 9/17/2020, and today is a bit special for me because today is my birthday. I'm 32 years old. And with that being said, I wanted to do a little something special on this vlog. If any of you are familiar with the famous YouTuber Jenna Marbles, back in the day she would do like life lessons that she's learned on her birthday, and I think she did like a series of 3 or 4 of these videos. So I'm gonna do something with a similar approach. So strap your seats in, grab a drink to celebrate with me my 32 years on this earth, and let's get to it. Okay, so let's get to this, guys. For me, lesson number one that I've learned throughout my life is learning to love yourself. It's pretty explanatory, but sometimes we forget to do that. We put others ahead of ourselves. And one thing that I've had to learn over the years, I still learn to love myself. And without loving yourself, you can't love others. And it's something that I still struggle with. I think we all do. But it's something that in order for you to be yourself, that's one thing that you need to do. So yeah, that's pretty much that one. Lesson number two, learn from your mistakes faster rather than later. I know sometimes it's hard. We have to reflect, get very introspective, and figure that one out. But it's best that we learn our mistakes faster rather than later on, because it will help us out in the long term. Another thing I learned was to stay humble. Stay humble in whatever you do, whether it's in your relationships, your job, different things that you're involved with. Always check in with your ego. Always make sure that you're doing this and you're doing it out of a state of humility. So that's something that I wanted to share with you. Lesson number four, realize you're not always the smartest person in the room. Always be open to learn more things. There's different people and different situations in our life where they're there to teach us lessons. So always be open to learning something new, something that'll help you out in that regards. And just always, like, one of my teachers in high school, Mike Fry, he based this one approach, like, always in philosophy, to always be a student of life. And ever since then, I rolled with the punches and learned how to do that. And I'm always at a constant state of learning something, whether it's about myself, about others, about a culture. I always want to be learning something new. So lesson number five, something that's a harsh pill to swallow, but your plans are always going to change. You might state that you're going to do something, but it ends up being something else. Execute on those plans, but always pivot yourself for what might come from it. One thing I learned earlier on in my life is never to burn bridges, whether it's personally or professionally. Life is circular. You never know who you're going to help or who's going to help you. So do your best to pretty much not burn those bridges, piggybacking on that lesson about learning things. Yeah, there's going to be people that you might not want to, but if it's a good relationship, don't burn that bridge. Lesson number seven, not everyone's going to be your friend as much as you want that. Everybody wants to feel validated, and you're going to get not necessarily enemies, but you're going to get a lot of haters. So don't worry about those guys. They're hating on you because of your success. Continue to cultivate your friendships, but know that not everybody wants to be your friend. So lesson number 8, Regardless of where you're at in life, never forget your passion and what makes you move, what makes you do the things you do, and always continue to focus on it. Focus on your passions, focus on the things that make you you. That's lesson number 8 for me. Lesson number 9, piggybacking off of that, sometimes your passions aren't gonna allow you to do it full time. And if they are, fucking awesome. Cheers to you to that. But always continue to focus on your passions. Regardless if it lands you into what you want to do full time, that's even better. That's always the goal. But always keep that in mind and focus on it. Lesson number 10, for me, this is special. Don't stop creating. It gets hard because you want to do a bunch of different things and you're looking to essentially work on those things, things that you're proud of. So continue to create. Never stop creating. Going off of that, for lesson number 11, create things that matter to you. Sometimes we create things for others, but make sure that at the end of the day, you're creating things that matter to you, and then also gives an impact to others. I realize that within my work, I try to, whether it's creating something for somebody else, that this is a part and an extension of me. So I want to make sure that what I'm creating, means something to me, but also has a long-term impact on the people that I'm doing that for. Lesson number 12, lend out a helping hand to others. Currently in this times of a pandemic, a lot of people definitely need a helping hand. A lot of people are struggling, but it shouldn't take a pandemic to think that. Always be willing to lend out a helping hand wherever it's needed. For me, lesson number 13, learning boundaries. Boundaries are very, very healthy for you. They're healthy for others, and it allows you the opportunity to say no when you need to, and that's something that you definitely want to have in your life, and it just becomes a healthier part of you. Lesson number 14, meditate. It keeps you grounded, keeps you in the present, keeps you focused. I learned that quite a few years ago. I don't meditate as often as I'd like to, but when I do, it definitely helps me in the moment. It helps me create less anxiety, helps me get me out of my head. Lesson number 15, journaling. Journaling's helped me out a lot through the years. It helps me get my thoughts from my head to pen and paper, sometimes as a way to deal with my own mental health and where I'm at in life, and it's a good thing because then you're able to reflect on it later on in life and see where you were at retrospectively. Lesson number 16 is taking care of your mental health. Taking care of your mental health is so important. You want to make sure that you're good in your mental health, and pretty much wanting to make sure that you're just overall healthy, so make sure you take care of that. Lesson number 17, money's great and all, but it's not going to be everything. It tends to change people, and don't let it change you. It's a great tool, but that's the thing, it's just a tool. Lesson number 18, cherish your family, whether by blood or your chosen family, and your friends. Life is a precious thing, so you always want to cherish those relationships that you've cultivated, you know, especially the people that mean a lot to you. This one, it's pretty easy. It's lesson number 19. Don't fret on the small stuff. We always get caught up in the small things, and then sometimes we make them major when at the end of the day, they are minor. So you want to make sure that you're not fretting on them. They're going to pass, and it's just part of the big puzzle piece that is life. Number 20 is a big one for me. Ask for help when you need it, even when you don't think you do need it. You know, for me, I kind of suffer from a superhero complex where I think I could do it all, and I realize, hey, I need help, and I've had to humble myself to ask for that help, and it's hard sometimes, but always ask for help, even when you don't think you need it. Lesson 21, travel. Whether it's within your nation or other nations. I know at current times it's a bit hard to travel, but we're gonna pass this, you know? Do it while you're still younger and capable of doing it, 'cause as you get older, it'll be harder and challenging. And just think of all the experiences that you'll be able to have during your travels and all the different people you'll be able to meet. Lesson number 22, learn a skill that is new to you. I remember working a management position and learning budgeting on a corporate level. That was a new skill for me. It was daunting, it was challenging, but once I got through it, it was so freaking awesome because you felt good, you felt accomplished about that new skill that you were learning. So don't be afraid to learn new skills. It kind of goes in with that other lesson that I was talking about, always wanting to learn new things. Lesson number 23, being a leader or even a person in power is very, very hard work. This kind of coincides with lesson number 20, where asking for help. Ask for help as a leader from the people you're leading, because their strengths might be your weakness. And with that being said, you'll be able to lean on that person in order to do what you need to do as a leader. You know, your weakness is their strength, and they're going to be able to help you out because you're leading them to success. Lesson number 24, I can't stress this enough. You know, ask for help. You know, whether you're a leader or not, ask for help. It doesn't make you weak, you know. It lets you know, hey, you don't know it all, but you're willing to be humble about asking for help. So that's one lesson that I just want to be able to give you that I've learned within my own life. Lesson number 25, life is short and precious, and beautiful and ugly sometimes, and painful, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta embrace the moment, embrace who you are, embrace the people that you surround yourself, especially when they're trying to lift you up and help you grow. Enjoy that, embrace it. Love the people you're with, because you never know when you may go, or it's your time to go, or it's their time to go. And you never want to feel a sense of regret, saying, oh, I wish I had the time to say this, and that to them before their time was gone, or your own time. I know it's a bit something serious, but that's something that I definitely wanted to focus on with lesson number 25. Lesson 26 for me kind of piggybacks on 25. Call your loved ones. especially if they're a bit older. Like I said in the other lesson, you know, um, feel, well, definitely call them. They want to feel validated from you, you know, and they want to know that you're still there. Lesson 27 is a huge one for me. I have a strong personality. I tend to roll with the punches. I tend to do a lot of things. Continue to roll with those punches. Continue to seek help when you need it. Continue to do the things you need to do, but roll with the punches. It's okay. You're going to get through this. 28. Lesson 28 is one of my favorite ones. I like to call that kick ass and take names. Why? Because you're awesome. I like to kick ass. I like to take names. I like to feel validated, not just from my friends, but also my colleagues and coworkers, knowing that they know I'm able to get things done and do it to the best of my ability. So that was lesson 28 for me. Lesson 29. I know it's hard for a lot of us now, but definitely save up for a rainy day fund. You never know what life brings you, and you don't want to be caught off guard by it. So make sure you do what you can to do that. Lesson number 30. Create a bucket list of things that you want to do in your life. I have a bucket list of different places I want to travel, a bucket list of different things I want to do. Actually, I was able to cross off one of my own bucket list items. Last year, I got to shoot one of my favorite Cuban bands, and I'm also Cuban, just to give you a FYI. But I got to shoot Buena Vista Social Club with their existing members and a few new band members live at Cuban Fest here in Chicago. And that was an awesome opportunity, but it was totally a bucket list item that I could cross off my list. Lesson number 31. Plan for hiccups, plan for mistakes, things not going your way that you wanted to plan, and pivot with it. It'll help you learn to lead what you can do and bring you closer and closer in those steps to success. Lesson 32. This is the best lesson I could give you right now, especially what we're dealing with as a nation, as a world. Stay strong. We're currently going through a pandemic. This is the worst pandemic ever in history, I feel like, in regards to how we've been all dealing with it. It's my first pandemic I've really experienced in my own life, and it's been hard for everybody, but continue to stay strong and we'll get through this. Well, with that being said, I'm so glad I got to share all these different life lessons as I'm celebrating my 32nd birthday. So if you managed to make it through the end of this video, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I love to hear some of the different lessons that you've experienced in your own life. So that being said, this is Augie, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.